When you click funnels, you'll see a bunch of different templates. Now, the reason you want to click funnels is because it'll hide this page from our menu. And if you watch the last video, you'll see why that is important, why it's important to have a page that people do not just simply find. It's only people who click on your ad who get to this page, or whoever you want to drive, whether it's a Google ad or a Facebook ad, which we'll talk about later. But more importantly, it's also a page that is kind of, geared for that customer experience. Now, in the past video, or in the last video, we talked about all of the different elements we want to include. These templates, as they come, are not ready and don't have all of the elements that we need them to have, but they're still there. They still look professional. So obviously there's a bunch of different options that you can go with if you have a lead gen company or a webinar that you want to get people to sign up for, or a lead magnet. Just in case you're wondering, a lead magnet is basically what we are trying to do: give away something for free in exchange for the customer's email, right? So this is using a countdown timer, which is always a plus, adds that sense of urgency. There's a bunch of different options here. So ebook is one way that a lot of you guys might even try doing this. By giving away free recipes, for example, or by giving away something for free in a book format, and get AI to write it for you. Obviously, go over it, make sure everything is good, but yes, you can have AI do that hard labor for you. And just a bunch of other options and services here as well. Now, these are pretty cool, but we are going to stick, or it's completely up to you. You can also use opt-in. So these are kind of faster, but these are all really focused on getting that appointment booking, right? And you can see all of that in each of these. So what I do recommend is go through all of them because they're pretty cool. They're all kind of built for specific things. So these are specific landing pages for coupons. So if you have a coupon or like some major giveaway, and that's the keyword, right? Free is the big keyword here. So whether it's a free ebook, whether it's a giveaway that you do with a free product, like we talked about in the last video, those are all the most powerful ones, and those are the ones where customers are more willing to give you their email, and that's the email they're going to put into an automation funnel. That's also what we're going to use to make lookalike audiences of people who are interested in your product, and that's all for later. So right now, let's just go and going through these. I saw this drone one first, so let's go ahead and make a funnel name. I'm going to say test and save, and you have yourself a funnel right here. Now, to get to this funnel, obviously you can watch this, it'll give you a breakdown of the builder, but this is the funnel and this is the website. So there's two different links here. Just keep that in mind. But right now we're on the funnels. So as you can see, the funnel is this whole thing. There's also a countdown timer here. You can add this literally anywhere. So you can add not just social media icons, but like we talked about in the previous one, add reviews, add social proof, add all of that here. Or even if you don't have like a widget for those, take a screenshot of those social reviews or just add them as text. So you can quite literally add social reviews as text underneath, and make it nice, make the font correct. You can also, so this is kind of like double. So there's this here. You can do like free giveaway of a ARPC drone, limited time, and then collect the customer information. But the most important thing, and we talked about this in the last video as well, so definitely go watch that video because it's really important about landing page creation. But when it comes to your form, you want to keep this as short as possible. So what this form is, this right now is a checkout form. It shows you the identity right here. We are not getting people to check out right now. We're not doing that on this page. We don't want to do that. So we're going to go ahead and delete that widget. We just want their customer's email. So I'm going to go ahead and find that. So lead gen form. That's about it. I'm going to put that right there. Let's go to space on top, but we don't need their name. Let's get rid of that. We don't need their subject. We don't need their message. That's it. That's the most, that name. I'm just gonna lower this just to center it. But obviously, this format doesn't make too much sense. Now, if you have columns like this, 4 columns, you can really easily just choose exactly how many columns you want. By the way, so yeah, you can do that now. Now I'm having a hard time, so I'm gonna go. There we go. Okay. But this template, so this is why templates are there, but you might not want to start off with the template. If you find a template that works for you really well, go ahead and use it. But otherwise, I'm just going to go ahead and actually delete. And by the way, you're noticing there's no menu up here. So because it's a funnel, it'll automatically remove that menu so that people can't leave. So I just deleted that entire block, and now we have this down here. Now, if I want to add something, kind of add basically a block, boom, there's more blocks that are pre-made for me that I can add. And these can be e-commerce blocks, so I can sell products there, checkout blocks, gallery blocks, text block, all of these kinds of different things. And so I'm gonna do opt-in contact, and this one looks like the most specific one, or the most one that kind of I want it to be like. So it's loaded that up. I'm going to move this one above that. There we go. And of course, I can add that like the free, well, like we talked about in the previous video, match the content to your ad. So whatever my ad says, I'll add that here. The free, whatever I'm giving away. Under here, I can have social media icons. I can have a Trustpilot review. I can have Google reviews and my Google rating, things like that down here, or Facebook reviews. I can add pictures of people who've used my product from social media. All of that can come here for social proof. And then here we go. So download the free report here. Obviously, when it comes to editing these fields or edit settings, download button, show thank you, connect to email marketing. This is now what's most important. So when you have the form here and you design the whole page, obviously, like we talked about, watch that video when it comes to bold marketing landing page creation. We made a whole video that really details what you want to have on it. I'm not going to talk about what you want to do on your landing page here because we already talked about that. But I'm going to talk about more technical to this platform. Once you have your landing page made, send it to your mentor, send it to them so they can go over it, make sure all the links work, make sure you have all the elements, and that it actually will drive leads. If they say no, that means it's not driving leads. But they won't just say no, they'll tell you exactly what you need to do, what you need to add to make it the perfect landing page. So just listen to them, work with them, and they'll get you to that point. Now, once you're at that point, you also want to make sure, and this is something they're going to confirm as well, connect to email marketing, select list. This is where you can create a list. So there's no available list, obviously, because I haven't made them yet. I'm going to go ahead and submit. I've got my first list, commit or confirm. And now every time someone signs up here, they'll automatically be added to that email list. So what this allows you to do, aside from just adding someone to a random list, is now you can segment your lists. You can have a list for people who come from this landing page. You can have a list of people who come from another landing page. You can have a list of customers so that you can send them a new email campaign when you launch a new product. Or if they're already a customer, you can send them 50% or 5% discount coupons because they already purchased. And if it's like a beard care store, they're probably going to come back after they've purchased, right? Because they need to refill their product. And so you can have that email go out after, for example, 3 months automatically. And so you make one email, you send it to all the people who've purchased, and you make sure that it goes out after 3 months of their initial purchase. And then you might have one that goes out after 6 months and 10 months. And I'll go over all of that in email automations. It's so easy, it's so powerful, but that's something I'll save for that video. So for now, you just want to make sure your lead form is connected to at least one of these tags, and that's about it. You can choose to enable double opt-in, although we say not to. At least here, because they are signing up for this product or whatever you're giving away for free, whether it's an entry, whether it's a ebook. So you don't really need to do that, but whatever it is, just make sure your first email that you send out, and we'll talk about this in the email automation video, but whatever your first email is addresses this. So if you're giving away a free report or a free ebook, then your first email needs to have it attached. If you're giving away an entry to a giveaway, let them know you've been entered into this giveaway that we're going to be announcing, on a certain date. And obviously, if it's a giveaway, you gotta have a countdown timer. Where's there it is. So you need a countdown timer, right? If you're doing a giveaway, that's way too close there. Just gonna put some space between that and that. All right. Count to date, count time. So I'm just going to count some time and do nothing. Obviously, a bunch of different options here. Go ahead and save that. And actually, this was too much space. There we go. So have a countdown timer, especially if you're doing a giveaway. It adds that source of authenticity where they know they can believe this because there's a countdown timer running. And if you are doing a giveaway, do not have the countdown timer reset on each page view, because you're going to choose a specific date. So count to date, and you can count to that or count to number. No, actually counting to date is going to be the best. You can choose the date, you can choose the time exactly on that date, and then it'll count down to that specific period in time. So have that there. And all of these we talk about in the landing page creation video. So this is just how you want to make your funnel. This is only for the funnel. And of course, you can, like I showed for this blog, you can add as many blocks as you guys like. There's so many blocks here that are already made for you. To add to talk about features, like for example, although it's talk about services here, like feature 1, feature 2, you can customize this to your own. So you can add your own icons, your own text, and all of that. Don't try to sell too much product, and like I said, we talked about this in previous video, don't try to sell too many products. Team and testimonials, this is important. You want to add these sections, right? What people are talking about, what are customers saying. If you got video review or UGC, add that as well. If you need video reviews, just ask your mentor. We have resources for you guys available to get some of these higher end social proofs for your website. And you can add these not just on your website. If you have a video, add it to your social media accounts as well. Add it to the Facebook page, add it to the Instagram page, and all of that is really helpful for you. So all of this is here. This is how you build a landing page. It's super easy on this platform because there's so much done for you, but all of the main points are going to be the same as in the last video. So go back, check that video out, make sure you have all those elements. As soon as you're done, send it to your mentor. They'll run over it and make sure everything is good to go before moving on to actually running some marketing automations.